You've probably heard these two words tossed around in research method classes. 1. Epistemology. 2. Ontology. But what do they actually mean? And do you really need to be a philosopher to make sense of them? So let me break it down quickly. I am Abbas Isiaka, and I'm your host here at Academic Village, where we simplify complex research concepts and help you thrive in academia. So let's get to it. Epistemology, to put it simply, is about how we know what we know. And it asks the question of how do we gather knowledge? What do we count as evidence? And in the social sciences, as you might be aware, there is often this epistemic tension between people who prefer working with numbers and sometimes called the positivists, and those who work with words and meanings, and we often describe them as the interpretivists. So the positivist might say, for instance, that for something to be considered true or factual, it must be observable and measurable, like say measuring test scores. Interpretivists will argue, so what about lived experiences, the beliefs, the culture behind those numbers? On the other hand, what do we mean by ontology? Ontology is about what exists. And the question here is that what is the nature of reality? Are social things like gender, race, ethnicity as real as, say, for instance, molecules, atoms, or planets? But not exactly. Social facts like institutions, organizations, identities are said to be socially constructed. And an example of such social organization is the idea of school. If you think about it, schools won't exist unless we act them out. We assign those who will be pupils, the teachers, the ed teachers, what timetables are we going to use, what curriculum, and we make them real every day through our daily and nightly actions. But then to take you back to the big question, which is, do you need to be a philosopher to do research? Not at all. But knowing your epistemology and ontology helps you make better choices about your research methods and your assumptions about the world. Because whether you are crunching numbers or you are collecting stories, your worldview shapes what you see and how you study it. So why not follow Academic Village for more research tips? And then I will see you on the flip side.
Subscribe now.